This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and live on DAZN. Mr. Tyson Fury.
Look at this.
That's the golden bottle, mate.
Championship golden bottle. Whoever gets this bottle should win $1 million. If you find this bottle in your pack of Wow Hydrates, there's $1 million coming your way. Prize. How many is there? There's one in every 2 million bottles, is there?
I don't know. Could I get the microphone to your mouth as well, please, sir? Thank you very much.
So keep your eyes open for this one.
Shout out
Wow Hydrate champion.
You like the blue raspberry, I hear, as well?
I do.
Shout out the blue raspberry. Right, let's go into it. Your old man.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. Talk me through yesterday. I've seen you come outside. So they've told me you're doing an interview.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on? What's this commotion? And they're saying, no, carry on. You come outside. Your old man's gone and given it the old nugget. Talk me through it. What's going on?
Listen, I wasn't there. I was doing interviews all day, so I didn't get to see it all, but I just saw what everybody else saw. I saw some idiot chatting shit and he got banged. End of.
What a way to sell the fight.
What a way to sell, you know. This is show business. We're not here when it's not a political room of educated men. These are fighters teams, fighters things. What a way to sell the fight. My dad's an excellent salesman and he's done a fantastic job. So big up John Fury. Get up, son.
Big up John Fury.
And in the world of the UK we say chat shit, get banged.
And that he did.
Half of his age and he's nutted him. Get up, slink.
You seem in great spirits. I know that undisputed itself doesn't mean too much to you. You've just done a workout. You've been here a little bit now. You've climatised. Just on Saudi Arabia and everything. Feeling good, feeling strong?
Feeling good, feeling strong, feeling ready. Big shout out Saudi again and again and again, because I can't say too much good, you know. I can't say so many things. It's all fantastic here. I can't say thank you so many times because they've done so much, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing they've left unturned. Anything we've asked for, they've given us. So big shout out Turkey and all his team and the great kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Tyson, I know as a fan you're also a purist, and it's mad seeing how it's all changed, right? We've gone from all the big fights being in Vegas, New York, MSG, and then obviously yourself and AJ done the huge stadium fights in the UK. But this has really become the home of boxing now,
This is the new home of boxing, and from what I've seen, the 2030 vision is monstrous, phenomenal what's coming, and not a lot of people know what's coming, but I do, and I'm very, very excited, and this is the future. Saudi Arabia is the future of the sport of boxing. They're doing fantastic things. The GEA and Seller and all the boys involved are marvellous to all the fighters and to all the team members and everybody who's involved, and I'd really, really recommend getting yourself over here and fighting in the kingdom for sure.
I've been lucky to catch up with you a few times in this camp, and the one thing you kept saying to me, although you were in good spirits and although everything was going so well, is why would I need to be ready now? This is the first time this week that I've heard you say I am ready, and fight weeks when it counts, right? You're looking good, you're feeling good, everything's gone perfectly. Listen,
training camp's a training camp. I'm not going to say this is a better camp than I've ever had before, because it's not. It's all the same. The boxing fight's a boxing fight. We've trained well, as I always do, for every single camp I've ever had. Every fight I've ever had, I've trained my bollocks off for. And it's all been a journey to get to this moment on Saturday night. And, you know, every left and right turn I've ever taken in my life, and every time I've been put over, every time I got punched in the face, every time something didn't happen or go right for me, it was all meant to be for this moment, the crowning moment of sporting history. The greatest fight of the last 1,000 years. They said Dempsey versus Tunney was the fight of the century back then, and I'm saying Fury versus Usyk is the fight of the century today.
Well, let me pick up on that, because it's certainly the biggest that I've ever experienced. The first time we've seen Undisputed this century. Undisputed doesn't mean anything to you. You still stand by that going into fight?
Let me tell you, Undisputed, to me, it means all the belts are coming home to Morecambe with me. As I've had to say many, many times before, that I've got all the belts at home anyway, but I'm just going to win them all at once now. So I'm looking forward to it. For me, maybe I don't see the legacy, and maybe I don't see all of that stuff as a massive thing for me. My legacy lies in heaven with the kingdom upstairs, not on this earth. So you could give me all the money in the world and all the belts in the world, but it ain't going to make me go to heaven. It's not going to make me a happy, super happy person. It's material. It will rot away and fall to pieces, and it'll go back to the earth. Just like everybody in this room, we came from the earth and we go back to the earth. So believe that and remember that.
Can I tell you something that interests me?
What?
When I've seen you do interviews before, you've done a brilliant one with Gareth when you were back in Morecambe, and he took you through Gareth A. Davies, and he took you through all the past lineal champions and the greats and everything, and you're clearly someone who studies it, and you're a purist of the sport, and you know it like the back of your hand.
I do. Heavyweights
when it comes,
especially.
of course. So then, when it comes to you, why do you perceive it as differently, perhaps? Because there will be
my
people
kingdom is not of this earth.
Yeah.
I'm not that bothered about what people think.
Okay.
There's a million people in this room, and every single one of them have a different opinion on what's right, what's wrong, what they believe in, what they don't. Because we was given the gift of free will to believe that and do what we want to do. So for me, legacy is what it is. When you're dead and gone, there was a great movie called Troy, and Achilles said to Hector, he said, they'll be talking about this fight in 1,000 years. And Hector said to him, the dust from our bones will be gone, long gone. He said, but our legacy will remain. He was a man who was concerned about legacies, and they still talk about him to this day, 2,000 years later, how long it was, from ancient Greece. Me, I'm just a simple man. Yeah,
But they may be speaking about you in 1,000 years.
So what? I don't care.
Cool.
I'm a simple man from the Bay. Yeah, the Bay Area, not California, not San Francisco, not anywhere. Lancashire, Bay man. Yeah, I do simple things. I live a simple life. I just happen to be gifted and blessed from God to be a good boxer, and I've done very well in my career. But where people want to remember me when I'm finished, I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me. Like I've said, some people do really positive interviews about me, and I'm not interested. Some people do negative interviews about me, and I'm still not interested. So if I'm not really bothered what anyone says or what anyone thinks, then why would I be bothered what they say when I'm gone or where they put me in history? Who cares?
I know this is you, and you said showmanship is part of the sport, and that you and your family have always been doing at selling. In fights like this, and we talk about everything that comes with it in terms of it's the biggest fight of this century so far, and it may end up being the biggest fight of this century. How do you still be you? Does the occasion never get to you, Tyson?
Did it ever get to me? How about when I was walking out in Dusseldorf to 55 hostile thousand crowd against the 11-year long reigning champion as a 10 to 20 to 1 underdog, the man who couldn't be beat? And it never got to me then.
Is that just a you thing, do you think?
It's a fight, you know, this is the fight game. We're in it to have fun and entertain. I'm here to put smiles on people's faces on a Saturday night. Some people have a very, very horrible life, and the only time they can escape it is on a Saturday night while watching entertainment, whether it's boxing, football, darts, snooker, whatever it might be. Then they click it on for an hour at night time, and it gives them joy. And I'm proud that I can give somebody joy on a Saturday night and entertain.
Talk to me about Oleksandr Usyk then. As a fighter, firstly, going into Saturday night, what do you make of him?
I think he's an unbelievable talent. Two-weight world champion, Olympic gold medalist, 350 amateur fights, won every belt there is to win in the cruiserweights and, you know, unified the heavyweight division. He's got to be the best man I've ever fought, hasn't he?
Whether you've meant to or not meant to, you've always got in your opponent's head. Do you think it's different with Usyk or more
No,
difficult
definitely not.
with Usyk?
I'm living in his mind rent-free, for sure.
What do you
People say, oh, you can't get in his mind. I'm Dr. X, I get in his mind. I'm already in his mind. He thinks about me every time he wakes up in the morning. Every time he closes his eyes for a rest in the day, his heart's beating out of his body thinking about the Gypsy King. Every time he brushes his teeth or takes a piss, he thinks about me and my fat body and my big smile. And he knows I'm coming for him. So I'm in there, rent-free. Just because he's a foreigner, he don't speak good English and he's not very articulate, yeah? I'm in his mind, rent-free. Living in his head.
Saturday night when we see the two of you, Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, all the marbles. We've even got a new title, the Undisputed Belt, lineal, ring, everything else on the line. What happens? How does the fight play out? Do you envision it?
I don't envision it. I'm going to go in there, do what I do best and get out of there and go home. Get paid and get laid. Boom! That's what I say.
Tyson Fury. I don't think I've got too much longer with you.
No,
when we shared a moment at the Manchester United game, you left when it was 2-1.
Yeah, and they come back, didn't they?
When you lot were in the car, was it a little bit like, what have we done here?
Do you know what? I was happy that I left because
I swear.
it would have been manic trying to leave there. So, yeah, we got to see most of the match, and I know they won, I knew the result, so it was a good day.
When you go back, what's your meal and drink of choice? Is it a couple of Guinness with the boys?
No, I'll be straight back to the grindstone, walking the dog, picking up the dog shit, and that's it.
And drinking the blue raspberry.
That's the one.
Tyson,
right, go on.
Tyson, you're a G. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All the best Saturday night.